You have people around you, friends who laugh at your jokes, family members sitting at the same table, maybe even someone who truly believes they care about you. But somehow, you still feel completely alone. It's not about a physical lack of company. It's a mental, existential loneliness. It's as if you're in a crowded room, yet trapped inside a soundproof glass cube. You see them, they see your reflection, but no one actually sees you. Your fears, your thoughts, and the chaos swirling inside remain invisible. You nod, you smile, you keep the conversation going, playing your part in the performance of a normal life. But the moment you fall silent, you realize, if you were to vanish right now, the world would keep spinning without even noticing the gap. And the worst part? You don't even know why. You can't explain it. You have no objective reason to suffer, yet that quiet void in your chest feels heavier than any physical weight. You can be sitting with a group of people, laughing along, keeping the conversation going, answering their questions. And yet, deep down, that strange sense of disconnection still lingers. It's like you're there, but not really there. Your body is present, but your soul feels millions of light years away. You watch everything unfold from the sidelines, as if you're just a spectator watching a scene in a movie. You never say what you're actually thinking. You filter every word, adjusting yourself to match the mood of others, afraid to shatter this fragile illusion of closeness. You don't show how you actually feel, because it feels like your truth is too complex, too heavy, or simply out of place. And over time, a moment of terrifying clarity hits you. You realize that no one around you truly knows who you are. They love the image you're selling them, the convenient version of you that's always smiling. But the real you, with all your cracks and shadows, remains locked away in the solitary confinement of your own mind. And if this keeps going, it doesn't just stay as loneliness. It stops being a temporary sadness that you can chase away with a walk or a simple conversation. It turns into something much deeper, into a state that saturates your entire existence. It begins to shift the way you perceive the world and your place within it. Something much heavier. This feeling transforms into a thick, dense fog that drains the color from your passions and the flavor from your life. It settles on your shoulders like an invisible weight, making it harder and harder to lift your head off the pillow each morning. You start to wonder if life was ever different, or if this quiet, dull void is your only true reality. The first reason you feel alone is because you're not being fully seen. It's not because people don't want to see you, but because you've learned to hide parts of yourself so effectively. Maybe there's a thought buried deep inside. If I show who I really am, with all my quirks, weaknesses, and scars, people might leave. So you filter yourself. You measure your words and adjust your volume to match someone else's comfort. You become an easy version of yourself, the kind that's simple to accept and approve of. And the strange thing is, it works. People like this version of you. They are drawn to you. And this creates a strange, aching feeling. You're surrounded by people, hearing their voices and feeling their presence, yet you feel completely invisible, like you're a ghost at your own party. That's because they are reaching out to you, connecting with you, laughing with you, but they are actually connecting to a version of you that isn't fully real. They love the facade you've spent years carefully constructing just to appear right. And deep down, you know that. You realize that their warmth and approval don't belong to the true you. It's like receiving praise for someone else's work. The more they compliment you, the more like a fraud you feel. And the distance between who you are and who they see grows wider every day, eventually turning into an unbridgeable chasm. The third reason is the hardest one to accept. Sometimes you are the one pushing people away. Not loudly or aggressively, but through a quiet, invisible withdrawal. And it's not because you actually want to be alone, but because being alone feels so much safer. In isolation, there are no surprises and no need to live up to anyone's expectations. You intentionally avoid deep conversations, turning everything into a joke. You bolt the doors the moment things get too personal. You've become an expert at pretending you're fine, even when everything inside is falling apart. Because opening up means becoming vulnerable. It means risking rejection or facing the sting of being misunderstood. And to you, that risk feels far too high, so you choose the familiar silence over the terrifying possibility of closeness. So you stay guarded, and slowly you build a life where people are around you, but no one is close to you. That's the real loneliness. But here's the ultimate truth. You don't need to fill your life with hundreds of new people. You need to fill it with honesty. Real, living connection is born only at the moment you decide to end this endless performance. When you stop being convenient, correct, or always positive and start simply being yourself, without a script and without filters. Even if, at first, it feels unbearably uncomfortable. Even if inside there is chaos, mistakes, and those parts of your soul that you've grown used to calling wrong. The irony is that it's precisely those cracks that people can hold on to get closer. After all, it's impossible to embrace someone wearing perfectly smooth armor. Because the very second someone sees your true face, with all your fears, doubts, and imperfections, and consciously chooses to stay by your side, that's when the ice inside begins to melt. That's when your real loneliness starts to disappear.